If you want to say like, I like a car, the same like this for it.
I like a car. Let's use the verb which we have gotten from the Swedish version. Tycka. How is to like? Tycka.
Okay.
Let's build it from
tycka. Okay. Tycka.
So we don't have tycka. So we have tycka in Swedish, but how is it in Finnish? We took off one of the K's. What do we have?
Tycka.
Tycka. Yes, we added 2 dots to the A because in Finnish it would break the vowel harmony. We have tycka, not tycka, but tycka. And what else did we add?
Why? We don't know.
No. What have we done with spela, diska? What have we added to the end?
TA.
Yes, so how is it?
Tykätä.
Tykätä, and in this case, TA with 2 dots. Tykätä. But how is I like?
Tykään.
Yes, it would be tykään, but now with the hard consonant before ata or ata, we doubled it. So with K and T, we double it. So it's not tykään, but...
Tykkään.
Tykkään. 2 A's with 2 dots and 2 K's. Tykkään. Tykkään. How would be the thing what you were asking about? What was that?
It's like the same like this car.
Oh, so I like this. I like about this car. I like from this car. So even in
the same.
Yes. So in English, I like this car. You don't say I like about this car, but the idea in Finnish is the same. You are showing where the liking is coming from. So how would you build I like from this car? First of from, is that no not from, but this, is it close or far away?
Close.
Close. What is the syllable that we are using to build it?
It.
Not the word.
Yeah.
The word tis, because it's close.
It is for.
So the word tis. This car, I like this car, or that was what you said. I like this car. So the word tis is close. So what is the syllable that we are going to use to build it?
Ta.
Ta with 2 dots. And when you say, I like about this car, I like this car, what are you really saying? Literally.
I like from this car.
From. So from this, how is from this?
From this. Tästä.
Tästä with 2 dots. Tästä. And from this car.
Tästä autosta.
Tästä autosta. And I like from this car.
Tykään tästä autosta.
Something is missing from the verb.
Tykkään.
Tykkään tästä autosta. Tykkään tästä autosta. Very good.
But I want to ask like the same. If we are saying I like a car, the same like this, for example.
Oh, I like
so
a
do
car.
we add this star to the same also?
So when you're saying just any car, oh, I like car. Or I like cars. Oh, when you want to say I like cars, or...
The same.
So when you're saying I like cars, or I like about cars, you're still having the idea of where the liking is coming from. So how would it be I like cars, or I like from cars?
Yeah. Siis tykkään.
Tykkään.
Autosta.
But that is singular. If you want cars, the plural, how is that?
Autotesta.
What is from ending?
Sta.
Sta. And what is the plural vowel?
I.
So it's not sta or sta, but what is it?
Ista.
Ista with the I. So how is from cars? Autoista, and I like from cars.
Tykkään autoista.
Tykkään autoista.
How about this? The same. This the same.
Yeah, it's the same. If you think about it.
No.
Oh, what are you really asking?
Sama.
Yeah. Oh, I like the same car as you.
So do we put this star in sama also?
Yes,
Sama
you
star.
do. So the word same in Finnish is sama. So to remember it, you just change the ABCD to an I. Not I, but A. And it comes from Swedish word samma. We have two M's in Swedish version, but in Finnish, one. But we can see how it's connected to the English version. So we have had school, skola, same, samma. So Swedish usually adds an A there at the end. But in Finnish we have taken off one of the M's. We have sama. So how would you say I like from, let's say, I like from that same car. I like from that. First off, is it close or far, the word that? It's far. What word do we use to build it? The word it. How is that? Se. How is I like from it?
Tykkään siitä.
Tykkään siitä. Same.
Samasta.
And car.
Autosta.
Tykkään siitä samasta autosta. So the adjectives, the words that describe like same, beautiful, big, or the similarly behaving words. The word this or that and those that are linked to the noun. Nouns are the words that we can put a or to in front of. So in this case we have the word car. So when we want to link something like big car, same car to the word car, we need to have the same ending. As we have changed the ending of the word this, now we are ending the word ending. Now we are changing also the ending for the word same. Tykkään tästä samasta autosta, tykkään siitä samasta autosta. I would be, I don't like those same cars. So let's say, oh, I like these Mercedes-Benz, I like Lamborghinis, so I don't like those same cars. How would that be?
En tykkää. Siitä.
From those.
Sista.
Don't guess. So those, is it plural or singular?
Plural.
Yes, is it close or far?
It's far.
Far. What word are we going to use to build it?
Se. You say.
Se
It.
is the word it, but it's singular.
Okay, ne.
Ne, yes, the te objects. And what is from toes? Or in Finnish, from te? Niistä. And how would be, I don't like from those same cars?
En tykkää niistä samasta autosta.
So it would be samasta, but something happens. So when you are adding sta, you cannot just add sta because you have the plural.
Okay, samaista.
So it would be samaista, but Finnish didn't like having the a and then adding the plural I there and the ending, because we would have a, these vowels there. So Finnish did something to the a, or a with two dots. The same thing as it did in the word I. Minä, minusta. So Finnish is not saying minästä because it doesn't like having the, let's say, original a or a with two dots and then ending a with two dots together. So it did something to the a with two dots. What is that thing that it changed it to?
You.
In minä, minusta, it changed it to you. But in every other case, like ravintola with the word restaurant, what is the closest sound of you?
O.
Oh, so it's not samuista, but
Samoista.
samoista. From throughout the language, we can see that Finnish doesn't like having a word that ends to an A. When we add a plural ending to it, Finnish doesn't want to keep the original A, but it instead changes it. With the word I and you, we had the plural certain state. Minä, sinä, minut, sinut. And also we have the A with two dots changing to you. So it's not minästä or sinästä, but minusta and sinusta. And it also changes the vowel harmony group. So like ravintola, ravintolasta, ravintoloista, the A changes to an O. Similarly, we have the A with two dots changing here to U with the word I and you. So we can see that although we're adding singular endings most of the time to the words you and I, like sta and SSA, still they have the plural behavior with the A with two dots becoming a U. Minä, minusta. In the words I and you. Or with some words it drops the A or A with two dots. So how would it be I don't like from those same cars?
En tykkää niistä samoista autosta.
Something is missing from autosta.
Autoista.
Autoista. En tykkää niistä samoista autoista. Words that are coming from the Proto-Uralic language, so those, let's say, very old words, like the word boy. What was the word boy?
Poika.
Poika, yes, the B becoming P and adding the rest. So it's really not related to the word boy. So it's poika, but there's a different form in the, let's say, original mother tongue, but for some reason they are so similar. So it's not changing its A to an O, but it's instead dropping it. First, what is boy certain state?
Pojan.
It would be. So the K was dropped, but what happens to the I to avoid having three vowels together? Auto, autoja.
Yeah. Does it become J?
Yes. How is it?
Pojan.
So now you are pronouncing I, y. Pronounce just the y.
Pojan.
Pojan. So pojan, it's not pojan, but pojan. But in some dialects you might hear two J's. Pojat. So in the standard language you cannot have two J's together, but in some dialects you can hear pojat. Mitäs työ pojat teet? What that means, like, what are you guys doing? Mitäs työ? What is työ?
Work.
It's work, or in this specific dialect you can hear it as te. Työ. Mitäs työ teet? And what is teet? Teet.
You guys doing?
Yeah, do or to do or to make. But note that it's työ teette, not työ teetyö. So the verb ending doesn't change. Just the word you, guys, if you want to include it. Työ teette, työ teette, te teette. Mitäs työ teette? And if you take a look at mitä, what has happened? Mitäs. You have added an extra S, like mitäs se, mitäs sä. Very often people add an extra S there with these question words. I don't know why it's happening, but it's something that happens. And of course I do it myself as well.